Hello scrapbooking friends, and thank you for joining me for another process video. So today's layout is a fun layout. It's a happy layout, joyful layout. It's I'm scrapbooking about the day I met Scrappy Cathy. So I'm sure that if you follow me on YouTube, you most certainly follow Cathy on YouTube. She's got an amazing channel. Very different scrapbookers we are. Cathy loves the random and busy and everything. And she's not afraid to sort of have a go at things, whereas I'm more kind of yeah, I don't know, I like what I like, and I do like busy layouts and busy backgrounds and things, but not quite as random and quite as wild and crazy as Cathy here. She won't mind me saying that, I'm sure. So yeah, it's the day we met at the Dotty Back Flare crop on the 11th of June. So yeah, amazing day. It was a really good day. Everyone had a great time. Okay, so what I'm doing is I've got Vicky Booten Storyteller Moonbeams paper, this one, and that's this paper here. I've used the whole sheet of that, and then Simple Stories Summer Loving. Oh, it's the 3x4 elements, so it's like a cut apart sheet, but obviously I've used this lovely stripy bright rainbow pattern. So what I've done is I've torn a piece from the top of that paper and a piece from the bottom of that paper to get my torn edges and my top and bottom, or header and footer layout, which I like to do. I also found this little bit of scrap of, I think it's Vicky Booten Fernwood with cameras on, which I thought was highly appropriate for two scrapbookers and tourists, because we were both tourists in the area. To put photos on, so to put cameras on the layout. So yeah, I've just done that before I started. What I've also done is I've layered the photo onto white textured cardstock and then red textured cardstock, and I've done some tearing on this layout in tribute or honour of Cathy, because I'm sure Cathy will approve of the torn edges. And what I've done is I've stamped Island Scrapper and Scrappy Cathy on here before I started, and I've used my little 1950s style stamp set there, and I use the Distress ink in Dusty Concord, and that is for Cathy, because Cathy loves purple. And I have to say, out of all my stamp sets, ink pads, I think that one is my absolute favourite. That colour is just amazing. So yeah, and it's obviously, well, not obviously, but it's not a colour that tends to get used a lot, just because it's not a common colour, I suppose, in life, you know, clothes and all that kind of thing. But anyway, I decided to use that to honour Cathy, and also it's tells both our YouTube names. So yeah, it's not stamped greatly. I was a bit nervous about doing it on camera because I wanted to make sure I fitted it in, and I also thought, well, if I don't, I'll just redo it, but I didn't want to redo it, obviously. So yeah, I managed to just get that done, but it's kind of rustic, you know, it's not perfect, which is fine. So I wanted to get this photo here in the middle, and I also, this is Vicky Booten Sweet Rush. I wanted to get this on here, and I'm trying to sort of overlap them onto the photo without covering my name. So we'll get this down, and then we'll see. I think that's just, it's empty. I've just refilled that. For a moment there, I thought I'd been a little bit heavy-handed and broken it, because it wouldn't be the first time that I've done that. Not that I necessarily thought I was heavy-handed, but you know. Right, so yeah, I want to get this. I'm not sure if I want it centered, because it doesn't really matter. I'll just do it how I like the look of it. I'm thinking that I'll probably like, even though these lines are not kind of straight lines, they're sort of hand-drawn lines, I'll probably sort of line it up a little bit against one of those. And I need to be careful about what I'm doing here. Normally when I do this, I probably have the photo a little bit higher, right in the centre of the gap, you know, the gap between the top and the bottom. But on this occasion, I think I've just got, because of how I want it to look, and because this is quite tall, this journaling piece, I'm going to have it a little bit lower, and it's overlapping the torn edges at the bottom here, which I like. So I'm not going to measure it or anything. I'm just going to place it down and hope it looks fine. Okay, and then this one I want to place, like I said, so that you can still read my name there, or my YouTube name, but I probably would have had it like this, but when I hadn't thought about that, the writing, the stamping. So I'm just going to do it, I think maybe a little bit lower like that, and just so that you can see that eye. Maybe I didn't really like that bit of red showing in between there though, but does it matter that much? No, it doesn't. So I'm just going to place that down like that. Right, I didn't show you the things that I've got here to use. So I've got Bramble Fox piece here and here and here. I've also got some Dotty About Flare pieces here. I've got my Sweet Rush. I keep wanting to call it Sugar Rush, and I've called it Sugar Rush in other videos, I'm sure. I did the last one, I know. Sweet Rush, twine here, and this little piece of packaging here from something that a scarf that I purchased in Liverpool. So yeah, Kathy and I both have a love of the Beatles, and we did visit Liverpool whilst Kathy was here, and Kathy is super cool because she interviewed the Beatles. I think it was 1964, American invasion and all that. So yeah, incredible, amazing. Got to get a nod to the Beatles on the layout. So I thought I'd put beautiful here because we are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I know some people probably would not feel comfortable with putting beautiful on a layout about themselves, but I'm not one of those people. I'm quite happy to put it on there. We're beautiful people, we are. Kathy and I. Beautiful friends. We didn't have a lot of time together. We did have more time together than just the crop, but yeah, the short time we had together, we made the most of it, of course. Chatted, had a laugh, had a cry. And I said to Kathy, you've made a friend, or you've got a friend when you can laugh and cry together. And that was true. Very true. Right, this piece here, I thought I'd put Making Memories, try and nestle that in somewhere. And then I've got this piece here that I think might go here. Like that. So it's kind of, well, it's sort of two titles. I think the title was going to be Making Memories because that's what it is. We were making memories. And then I knew that I wasn't going to have this little, I wasn't going to utilise this little bit here. What do you call those? They've got a name, haven't they? You use them to, when you punch holes in papers, you use them. Like, is it a ring reinforce or something? That's what it reminds me of. I don't think it is that. I think it's just something you could probably put thread into, but it's not cardstock. But it is cardstock, but it's not a thick cardstock. So yeah, I wasn't too bothered. I didn't really like that as a design element anyway, and also it's not like strong, so I didn't really want to put something through it and then it get torn. So what I thought I would do is maybe this. That's what I'm looking at. I've got this Hello piece here from Sweet Rush that I just thought went really well with the colours and everything, so I thought I might just add that because it was on my desk. And yeah, although it's not pointing towards the photo, it's it's just on the layout. We said hello, didn't we, because we met for the first time. So yeah, I think I've kind of just put that together as we've been chatting. I'm going to pop this piece onto the bit of packaging there, and I want to make sure you can at least read one of the Beatles words, so perhaps a little bit lower and across like that. Yeah, and then get some adhesive on there, get that in place. I think I'm going to have it go slightly onto the torn edge there, just as a design element, like that. I think what I'll do before I do anything else is get the twine wrapped around that piece, the June piece, before I put the rest of the title down. And I've just said about being able to read the Beatles. One of the Beatles words, and I think the twine's going to cover it. So I did do 3 pieces of this in short pieces and 1 longer piece for the XL flare. So I think you can read it. I think you can still see that still says the Beatles, and of course it's kind of like the design, isn't it? It's recognisable as the font. The font is a recognisable Beatles font. That's what I mean. Yeah, I think you can still see that. So I'm going to get this down here. I did quite a bit of preparation on this layout today, pre-preparation. Or is that? No, you don't use both those together, do you? Prep is prep, not pre-prep. Anyway, yeah, we're in a heat wave here at the moment, so I thought I'd do as much as I could before I came on camera, but still show you how I'm doing the, you know, putting together a layout. But yeah, it's really hot at the moment. So I've got Bud with me. He's under my desk. He's fast asleep at the moment, I think. Let me have a look. Yeah, he is, yeah. I was doing a layout yesterday and he was with me, and I completely forgot that he was there. Like, completely forgot until I heard him snoring. So I did put a little short video at the end of my layout from yesterday, and I don't think you can actually hear him snoring, but yeah, he was snoring. He loves it in here. He loves coming in here. He does the same in the office as well. My husband, if one of us is in the office, he likes to settle in there now. And also today I was in there doing my exercise, and I wanted him to come in with me to settle down, and I tried to make him a bed near to where my treadmill is, but he completely refused, and he wanted to be under the office desk, which is kind of in the other section of where my treadmill is, so it's not like right next to where I am. It's in the office area. But yeah, he wanted to go there, so I put him a little blanket in there, because his basket's in the house at the moment. We brought it in the house, so it wasn't in there. But he went to where the basket normally is, and wasn't happy that it wasn't there. So he's kind of got used to, you know, his confinement situation, really. He's a good boy. We're hoping in a couple of weeks that he'll be free again, proper free. Obviously with this heat wave, he's not really been getting much exercise. Walking, because he can go for very short walks now. We're supposed to be increasing that, but can't really do it because of the weather. So, and he's quite vulnerable anyway. So we don't really go, it doesn't really go for walks. So we've been giving him a little bit more freedom in the garden in lieu of a walk kind of thing. So we might have to delay his actual freedom day till he's had a week of sort of little walks before he does anything more than that. Because obviously we're supposed to build him up slowly. Right, whilst I was chatting there, I've added my Bramble Fox title pieces. I've twined my little flare here, and I've twined my XL flare here. I'm going to pop this one down, the bees there, and the bee and the ladybird, or the ladybug as Kathy would say, is a little bit of a nod to Kathy again because of her grandchildren. So she's got ladybug, Katie is ladybug, and Barrett is known as Bee, so they call him Bee. And then there's a baby squirrel, which is Ava, and alligator, Ali. I hadn't got a alligator, and a squirrel didn't really fit. I hadn't got a nice squirrel to put on here. So yeah, I'll have to try and make that up to the other two on another layout, Kathy. I don't want them to think that I've got preferences, because obviously I haven't. But I just wanted a little nod there to you. And also, you know, they're nice pieces, aren't they? So, and then I forgot to say, I've already said about using the purple ink. I'm also using purple baker's twine for Kathy. So Kathy does like her purple. We have a little bit of a joke with Kathy and I, because she doesn't like brown and I quite like brown. I use brown quite a lot for my kind of layouts about the dogs and outdoor layouts and things. And I can't stand pink, and Kathy's quite good with pink though. See, Kathy? You've even got pink on this layout as well, which I actually don't mind pink, you know, as a rainbow, and also even more so as a rainbow stripe as opposed to a rainbow shape. So yeah, absolutely love these papers. I could use them over and over again. I'm going to pop this heart here at a slight angle there, I think. I've already got a little foam piece on this lovely little smiley face there, because we did a lot of that day. Amazing. And then this piece here, the little dots, I thought were quite cute because it's dotty about flare, obviously. So a few dots there, obviously rainbow dots, so go with the rainbow colouring of this layout. And then there's not a lot more to do on this layout, I don't think. I'm not sure whether I can add a bit of splattering. I've got my, sorry you can hear that noise, I think it might be Bud's tummy, I'm not sure. A motorbike went by earlier. Actually, I don't think it is Bud's tummy. I think it's something rattling a little bit. I did get, like I just said, I got these colour shines on my desk. Heidi Swap. I've got the gold and the white here. I haven't got anything in purple. I have probably got a watercolour purple that I could do, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it. I might add a little bit of white, actually, thinking about it now. I've also got this Hello, haven't I, that I said I was going to pop on. What I'm going to do with that, I'm going to use my tiny attacher, my Tim Holtz tiny attacher. It's not really a layout where I would add staples to, but these, I find that these little Ricky Bootin vellum pieces are quite tricky to add to a layout. So I'm just going to do it, and, you know, it's part of the design, isn't it? You can't even see it, to be honest. You got, oh, that one didn't go through properly. I'll have to do that one again. Sorry about that, the noise. Yeah, so actually I think I'll do one at the top and one at the bottom, like that. Yeah, so that's fine. It's because I glued it on one of my other previous layouts and it did go a bit bubbly, a bit warped, it's okay, but it's not the look that I was going for. So yeah, that's I should have held it down a little bit before I stapled that, because there's a little bit of a bulge there, but you know, it's fine. Don't think anyone's going to notice. I'm going to shake up my mist here, and then we'll come back. Just shaken that up, and I just remembered I'd taken these stamps out. They're actually Ellie's Studio Oh Happy Day stamp set, and it's got Oh Happy Day and it's got Yay on there. And what I thought I might do is just stamp that with this ink pad somewhere on the layout, because I picked them out earlier and I didn't want to forget about them. I think that's going to go there. Yeah, perfect. Oh Happy Day. Then I've got this Yay here. I think I might just do that here, actually. I'm going to do it, be naughty and do it with my finger. Like that. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Because it was a Yay Day. And it was a Oh Happy Day day. So, yeah, I wanted to, when I saw those as I was flicking through my stamp sets, I just spotted them and I thought I'd get those out. Now then, I don't think, I have actually, in those pens that I got recently, I have actually got one that's purple. So I think I'm going to do my journaling with that. Now, splatter. We'll add a little bit of splatter just because we can. Quite a bit of splat, maybe. Get it everywhere. Kathy, I'm sure, would approve. Top left, bottom right. That's what I'm thinking. And get some of it on my embellish, on my title there. I'm not too bothered about that. In fact, that's what I want to do. And once this dries, it's not bold. So it's getting a bit gloopy. I don't think there's too much left in there. Oh, I got some on Kathy's face. Don't want to do that. Don't mind it going on photos, but obviously I don't want it to go on Kathy's face. I'll just wipe that off. Selfie printed, Canon selfie printed photos, so you can wipe. Anything comes off of them more or less. You can wipe them with a cloth and they're fine. Yeah, so get rid of that little piece there. I think I need to add the journal in, obviously, which I'll do off camera. And part of me wants to put something here, fill this corner, but I'm not going to. I did pick up this other piece, which is Life is Better When You Are Laughing, but I couldn't find a way to fit it on the layout. So yeah, I'm not going to use that. And I did have another smiley face, but I liked this smiley face better because it's a bigger smiley face. It's a bigger smile, isn't it? Yeah, so I think this layout is finished. So yeah, top left to bottom right. Little bit centered, my usual style that I like to do. Lots of embellishments, Bramble Fox, Dotty Bat Flare epoxy piece there, as well as the flare pieces. A little bit of wood on my layout. I'm always happy if I can get a little bit of a wood, metal, acrylic on a layout, as well as twine for texture, and these beautiful stripes. So yeah, wonderful. Once again, thanks for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and I shall see you next time.